How to make a simple login in PHP. To begin, I'm going to type the basic HTML structure of a web page. Now that that's over with, I'm going to start typing out my form. To begin, it starts off with form method equals post. Action equals login.php. End quotations, and go ahead and end the opening form statement. Login.php points to the page where our script will be held to read the data inputted and determine if it's the correct data to log in. What's happening here is creating the table so the actual login part of the page looks a little nicer. The first input box will be for our username. That is, input type equals text, name equals username, and you can go ahead and end that. The second input field will be our password field, and that goes input type equals password. The type is password, that way it will show up as asterisks instead of actual characters, so it hides your password. Followed by name equals password. Previewing the page, you notice that there's no submit button so far. So, let's go ahead and create that submit button. The code for the submit button is input type equals submit, which simply submits the page to login.php. Value equals login, and that will be the text that displays on the button. Now as we preview the page once again, you notice we have a submit button. But if we click that submit button, it does nothing, because we have nothing on our login.php page. So go ahead and create a new login.php page. We will start this page off by opening brackets, question mark, PHP. We'll go ahead and end the tags with question mark, end brackets. This is the basic syntax for PHP code. All of this will be in the PHP brackets because this entire page will be nothing but code. We'll then continue by saying $username, which means variable username, equals $_post, brackets, username, end brackets, and make sure you add a semicolon at the end. The next line, which is basically the same, is $password equals $_post, password, in the brackets, and make sure again to add another semicolon at the end of that. Now once again, if we preview our page, and we'll enter in some random info and press submit, nothing happens. That's because we're only storing variables of what we type in, but nothing's actually being outputted. So let's go ahead by saying if parentheses $username, which means the variable username, double equal sign, in quotations, zeth, and double and signs, $password, double equal signs, in quotations, let's just say password1, and the parentheses. Now start some curly brackets. What this is saying that if the username that we type in the first input box equals zeth, and the second input box password equals password1, then it will do something, and we'll type that now. Echo quotations, welcome, comma, end quotations, period, $username, period, quotations, exclamation point, end quotations again, and finally end that with a semicolon. If all is done correctly, The login script will work, and when the successful username and password is entered, the next page will state Welcome Zeth. Thank you for watching the how to create a very simple PHP login script.